Okay, welcome back to 1d8+1, the Leonal Orbs. My name is Chad D. Brown, and from that, we're going to be working on um, dimming like statistics of control limit type thing with building a character, mainly a first level character. I say dimming because not so much because I put all the 14 points of practice in, but the last video that I put up type thing, its suggestion type thing of related videos was Dimming's management 14 points of management thing there. I put management first, but it's actually 14 points of management from Dr. Dimming, an interesting man type thing. Had let's see, a mechanical engineering degree and a master's in mechanical engineering, but his PhD was in mathematical modeling, Hawkins stuff type thing. Or Nash stuff, in John Nash and Equilibrium. Uh, so that's interesting. It went along with his job type thing, although Malcolm Bridge Award, along with the SMSS Healthcare System Award of Quality, are more in the United States. His name is used in Japan for the Japan Quality Award, along with, I'm not sure if they used the Taguchi Award type thing, but in the Deming Award type thing, in that type of sense, he worked as a Census Bureau taker, and he then worked with the government during World War II for arms efficiency uh, and validation, making sure they were operable guns and stuff like that. That was his thing through statistics. And I think that's why he's got his PhD in statistics and mathematical modeling, which led to his dimming statistical control. So that's kind of interesting. Um, and I'm kind of flattered that that's associated with my videos. Now, in that type of sense, not to sound too nasally on you, and excuse me for that, we're going to start with our blocking type thing of the our dimming SageBlock. It's got 9 spaces in it. They call that 9. It's a block. If you encase the TicTacToe grid type thing in that type of sense, then it is from here to here, like that. And then that's encased in a box type thing. And from there type thing, there are 9 spaces on it. So now we're going to take that type thing from our wizard chart type thing here, discounting the 0 and 1 for right now, that's going to go from 1 to 9. And so that's here in the wizard thing there. And that's the 9 there. And I've got 9 on a number line here, ready for us to go. So now that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4 off the number line, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7, that's 8, and then finally 9. So now that's 9 spaces in the 3x3 grid of the TicTacToe. And so 3 times 3 is 9, 9 spaces, 3x3 matrix, outstanding. So in that type of thing, we're going to go back here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and here, and here, and here, and here. And note that we're also a first level character type thing. And now we're going to look at a block type thing in that type of sense. And from here we see the not the zeros, but the first level spell type thing. That's 1 per day first level spell. And somewhere on here I've got that type thing. That's a chart on page 55. So now we say chart. That's page 55. And that's going to add up to 1 spell. So let's go ahead and borrow that from that type thing there on this one here. And that's 1 for chart type thing. And that's page 55. Now we're going to go ahead and proceed to page 57 type thing in that type of sense. And that's page 57. And a specialist wizard can prepare 1 additional, there's school specialization. And there's 1 additional spell for spell school or specialty school per spell level each day. And that's a spell level type thing, being the first level spell. So we're going to go ahead and take the 2 from here type thing in that type of sense. And we're going to add the word specialist. And right there type thing here. And then from there, we're going to go now from here type thing. And that's spells. And from that spells type thing in that type of sense, like other spellcasters, right here, and that's on page 56, and not on 55 or 57. We're going to learn or prepare a cast a spell
And like other spellcasters, a wizard can cast only a certain number of spells of each spell level per day. Base daily spell allotment is given on table 318. The wizard, in addition, she receives bonus spells per day as if she has a high intelligence score. See table 1-1 ability modifiers and bonus spells, page 8. And so from there type thing, we're going to go to page 8. And boom, there type thing in that type of sense. And then we're going to look at 14 and 15 score modifier type thing. And from there, there's 14 and 15, there's +2. And there's first and second level spells. And there's 1 for first and 1 for bonus second type thing, which we'll get to in a minute. But in that type of sense, that means we've got a third one, our intelligence bonus, right there, and then right there. So now we know type thing in that type of sense that we have 3 spells per day. 1 from our chart on page 55, 1 from our specialist on page 57, and 1 on page 8 from intelligence bonus, producing 3 per day. So from there type thing, we're going to go ahead and take that 3 type thing, and we're going to go move this 3 down type thing to here, and we're going to go say that our first spell, we're going to have to choose a school. So in that type of thing, let's go back here, and let's go here. And that's 8 schools of arcane magic on page 57. That's 8 schools of arcane magic are abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, and transmutation. So following through the page type thing right there, that's where it mentions the schools, right at the top. Okay, now in that type of sense, let's go here, and we're going to pick, depending on, I might make a second video related to this type thing, but we'll see. Alright, now we're going to go to here, and here, and then here, then wait, then here, and then here. Okay, now we've got first level wizard spells type thing, and we're going to look at abjuration, or we can look at conjuration type thing, or we can look at, for this example type thing, we're going to look at evocation, and I've got 3 spells per day type thing, so I might put up Burning Hands, or Shocking Grass, or let's see, I believe Magic Missile. 1d4+1 damage +1 missile per 2 cast levels, but we're looking at first level type thing here, so that's first. And so from there type thing in that type of sense, I'm going to choose one of my first spells to be from here. I'll make it Burning Hands. For my bin 10, hit my Omnimax type thing in that type of sense. And for my second spell type thing in that type of sense, there's my second, and I'm going to slide that over. And then I'm going to make it Shocking Grass, so now I can go in between the elements of electricity or fire for damage type thing. And then for my third spell, my intelligence bonus, I'm going to put it down here, and then slide that over here to the end of my learning block there. And then I'll choose Magic Missile, if I can pick it up. Alright, here, that's good, it's good stuff. Now that's your 3 spells type thing in that type of sense, and much like going in a line, you can see that type thing in that type of sense, Burning Hands, Shocking Grass, and Magic Missile. Now, if you want, and if that was too much type thing in that type of sense, you can use a secondary chart type thing, and go here, and that'll be like first, and then second, and then third, and then that's Burning Hands, and Shocking Grass, and Magic Missile, all still at first level type thing, right here. And so those are listed out type thing in that type of sense. Now, this complexity type thing of having this bin 10 type thing, well, they're made out of fire type thing, so I'll use electricity. If it's the induction type thing, or I'll use a Magic Missile. Or if they're made out of electricity, I'll use fire, or something like that, if there's a protection or something in that nature. So that's fine. And in that type of sense, you're like, but chat, I like consistency. And I can't deal with that many bin 10 hitting watch experiences type thing. I hear you. I understand. It's not always my cup of tea, too. So we're going to go ahead and put those back underneath evocation type thing. And in that type of sense, we're going to put up another Magic Missile. And we're going to put that in there for Burning Hands type thing. Let me leave Shocking Grass in there. And really should have made that something more, that's alright. And that's Shocking Grass. Now there's 2 Magic Missiles in there. And we exchanged out the Burning Hands type thing and swapped that out. So there it is. There's the Burning Hands type thing on top of it, the Shocking Grass, and the Magic Missile. But now I'm going to take that away and have 2 Magic Missiles and a Shocking Grass. Now I'm going to do the same thing here for shocking grass type thing. Now I've got 3 magic missiles type thing in that type of sense. Now from a day type thing, especially if you're sitting there in a groups like mages are in the back line type thing and they should only do identify. So with that D4 plus 1 type thing in that type of sense, that's 4 plus 1, that's 5. So in that type of sense, what do we got going on here? They could probably take this one here, and that's like 5. Let's see here. That's 5 damage type thing here. There we go. And I'm going to put that on a Shambhala ribbon type thing, a twin ribbon, where you've got one condition versus the other. So that's 5. And then from there, type thing in that type of sense, we're going to look at now making all these magic missiles. Instead of a back line with only one missile choice from the traditional just chart spell, you've got the specialist spell and your intelligence bonus type thing in that type of sense in evocation. So I'm going to take these 3 magic missiles and I'm going to put them down here. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and put on there the D4, and that's a D4, and that's a D4, and that's plus 1, and no man, that's a plus 1, and that's a plus 1. Now, in that type of sense, that was for that type of thing in that type of sense. That was 1 spell that day type thing in that type of sense. That counts as 1 spell, and that counts as 1 spell. So in that type of thing, those are your 3 spells type thing in that type of sense. You can go ahead and swap those out. That's that one type thing. That's your first spell on the day. That's a magic missile. And that's your second spell on the day, which is a magic missile. And then that's your third spell on the day, which is a magic missile. Now, generally you'll probably get fast enough to do this type thing without all this like blocking type thing, but you understand how it gives your shape to what you're doing, and so that you can keep track of what's going on. Now from there type thing, that's 4 plus 1, then in the second one 4 plus 1, and the third one 4 plus 1 type thing, so it's 3 with 5 type thing, that's 15. And so from that 15 we put that on the chart, and so now the 15 from our previous example was 5, but now we've got 15, so that's 5, 10, and then 15. So there, the new system that we created for doing 3 magic missiles was more than our normal backline 1 chart experience would normally generate, taking in that type of sense. I'm not sure if counting criticals or things of that nature, you want to be careful of that, because mages start at a base attack bonus of a half, and in specialty type thing, on the weapon focus, it says that they have to have a base attack bonus of 1. There's a comma there, and it doesn't say like, hey, there's 2 prerequisites here, make sure that you pick those up type thing, that type of sense. It just kind of snugs that baby in there, and then you don't really know what's going on with it type thing. That's not cool. So, but it's cool type thing. It's just, you know, just have to be wary of some of the, see there's proficiency with selected weapon, and then that's base attack bonus, and then on the next line, let's see here, bonus plus 1. And it looks like almost like a 0 above that benefit, but it's plus 1. And so with that type of thing, that's when from that plus 1 type thing, mages would have to wait to 2nd level to have a plus 1 bonus on their sheet. But we can go check the chart to make sure type thing. True Strike doesn't count for that. And in that type of thing, that's here. That's base attack bonus 0, then 2nd level base attack bonus 1. And they don't have their feet type thing, and it doesn't match up. So at 1st level, they can't take that ideology type thing, because they don't qualify for the prerequisite of the base attack bonus 1. But anyway, those are your 3 type thing in that type of sense. And the same thing occurs type thing if you're going to do summon type thing in that type of sense, and obscuring mist, and then mage armor type thing in that type of sense, from switching your school out to conjuration. And in that type of thing, you can drop the obscuring mist and add another summon. And from that type of thing, you can also add, well, another summon. And 3 summons type thing in that type of sense. Then from there type thing, you can take your character feat, if I can grab that fast enough, and if you were human, your human feat, and from there, your first one will be in your character feat, will be spell focus, and then school of choice, conjuration, and then that gives you the prerequisite to take augment summoning, just like that. And that's still at 1st level with 3 summons type thing. And now from there type thing, you could go and then look up other feats or abilities and start comboing them with the Deming SageBlock 9. Thank you.